test. I got a guest here. I haven't had my buddy in a long time. He's my tinkerer as well as I, Brucey. Brucey from the clan Cry, which is a highly regarded clan, I believe, for
Yeah,
for
it's defunct now,
raids.
but yeah, defunct now, but who knows? Who knows where it's gonna go in the future?
So Brucey just joined on me, y'all, and we're just basically having an open discussion about builds in particular. And we were actually talking about the rigor, and not debative really to that context, but we usually just bait just because that's just us. That's our dynamic. But
Yep.
Brucey was telling me why he didn't like the rigor, and I was going to go into why it was a good build. And I kind of just wanted to broadcast that because I don't get to have a lot of open discussions in Division. Brucey's a great um, prospect for that. So, as like you were saying, Brucey, why is it that you didn't like the rigor? Explain
Sure.
that to me.
So, uh, for drone and turret, I find that kinetic momentum with a all gold build is superior, especially when you've got the waveform exotic holster with it. I find that rigor is too much micromanaging, and
And what
you're
do you mean?
ending up
Elaborate, if you don't mind.
micromanaging as in you have to basically retarget something within 10 seconds in order for the buff to refresh, the damage buff from rigor. It's not automatic. Uh, so it I just find that you're gonna end up losing DPS in the long run just because you're gonna forget to retarget or heal or deploy.
So you believe
Whereas
that it's too
kinetic
cumbersome.
momentum is on all the time, waveform is on all the time. Uh, Combined arms is up. Uh, as long as you got a shotgun, you can spray that anywhere on the map and hit something. And keep combined arms and in sync procced.
Now,
I just
it,
find that that's
okay, no, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So in my, it's interesting enough that you say that because I have a build very much talking about exactly what you're saying. It's my skills build, and I've showcased that here on this channel before. But so you and I've actually discovered the drone. I don't usually use a drone, but in particular
Yeah.
case, I was using a turret with drone, and I find that what's up, Gucci? Thanks for tuning in. Um, I find that the rigor is actually a very great and very strong um, green set build in comparison to an all yellow build. In fact, giving the waveform and the four-piece rigor with a wyvern and tech support on your backpack is a very strong and formidable. Um, what do you want to say?
What situations are we talking about?
Well, obviously we're not talking about PvP, right? Because you need to
No.
be at certain distances. Go ahead, boy. But mostly in just regular missions. And the reason why I say that I don't agree with you to an extent is because, well, first off, the Waverum four piece with the chest gives you 50% crit skill damage. Secondly, the tech support gives you another 25%. The capacitor gives you another 60%. And we're just talking about max numbers. And then
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
the waveform, which does work automatically, goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So with a with it, I realized with a turret and maybe something else. Now on my build, I have a chem with a turret, which works really well. But I experimented with the drone and the turret, which works also well. And although yes, you do have to reset the target if you're working with a turret anyway. I mean, yes, it works on its own, but don't you have to kind of like reset it if you want to shoot a guy and you want to kind of get the damage, extra damage from the
No.
turret and the damage
That's
from your
fair
turret?
enough. And I would say you're absolutely right in a all like in a best case scenario type situation where everything is humming at 100%, and you're making your switches, you're keeping the capacitator up, you're keeping everything that you possibly can procced as required. You're gonna get more damage out of a rigger. I'm just saying from optimal, like from a real world, I guess, uh, case. I just find that you're never going to get those. You're never going to be humming on all cylinders. You're always going to be forgetting about something. So you're going to be leaving DPS
In
on the
your
table.
opinion. In your opinion.
In my opinion.
Okay. And that's where I disagree with you.
And that's
And
that's and that,
that's
that's why I focus on talents uh and damage procs that have better uptime, just more automatic uptime.
meaning that you don't have to think about it. I get it.
That's right.
And that's the difference with Brucey and I's discussion is because I do. It's all about muscle memory, right? You can train yourself to have it set to where you're not thinking about it, and you can do your thing. And I do agree with that. I don't disagree with that. But you can also time it, especially with a drone and turret, in my opinion, with the rigor and the way we're discussing it, to do that as well. It makes you just more aware. And I've had it where I've gotten crazy numbers in open world with using the artificer and the turret and the drone and the turret, just switching from one to the other or having them proc because when it's the reminder, and I noticed it, is when you have the drone and the turret, is when you're fighting an NPC, weak or strong, it sits it right on their head, right? So if the turret is focused on it and the drone isn't, it's going to give you the option to sick them both on NPCs or separately on NPCs. And because that reminder's there, that's like a conscientious thing, in my opinion, to say, all right, well, I'm going to do one or the other. So you can have it on two NPCs tearing it down, or you can have it together in conjunction with tech support working on its own because one of them is killing an NPC, in conjunction with waveform going back and forth every 10 seconds, in conjunction with the 4-piece chess piece that's giving you that 50%. The only thing you really have to be cognizant of, if you will, is using the capacitor for getting your max skill damage along with your crit and weapon damage, because if you have, we all know.
So let's just, I don't know, let's take a. I haven't done this in a while, so I might
I
be a
know,
little off.
I know. I'm baiting you a little bit. I'm baiting you a little bit to do
but
that.
Let's say with rigor, you got the 2-piece and 3-piece.
Let me actually put mine on right now.
What, like, 2-piece and 3-piece sets are skill haste and skill duration. That's not giving you really anything, or at least nothing from a damage perspective. With the 4-piece, yes, if you're wearing the chest, you get 50%. But if you're
wait, let's backtrack. So you feel that the rigor duration doesn't do anything for you?
Well, I'm just saying it's like it's not increasing your damage output.
No, but yes, and it also depends on the skill.
It does. Well, sure. It does over time, but it doesn't.
It
doesn't increase
because
it doesn't increase the damage per bullet.
It doesn't increase the damage per bullet, but because of the longevity, and speaking on a chem or a drone or a turret, your output is going to be longer than necessarily the initial bullet. You know, it's like when people invest in power but don't respect RPMs, also resulting in power on a gun. You know.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I'm just saying that. Okay.
I get it. It's all in your opinion, and this is all perspective. This is just debatable.
Yeah.
But
from rigor, let me just finish my thought on the
Go ahead.
On the rigor pieces. So you're getting 50% from the chest piece, but you're giving up 2-piece Hannah and 2-piece Empress, which is 20% damage. Kinetic momentum on the chest piece, which is 15% damage, always up.
Well, you have to has to stack, right? Kinetic momentum, you have to let it stack, right? And then once you use it, you have to let it stack.
Once it's stacked, it's on all the time.
Doesn't it? It doesn't fall back. It doesn't fall back. I don't remember how kinetic momentum works.
It basically
was...
as long as the turret and the drone are up, you're getting, those stacks are those stacks are basically up for the whole 3-minute duration or 4-minute duration of the drone and the turret for the most part.
Okay, so it doesn't work when it's on cooldown, I believe. Stacks increase your skills
I think
damage by
that's the only one.
1%, skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks, which is 15% per skill lost when on cooldown. So when the skill ends, you have to wait for it to come back, and then you start kinetic momentum all over again.
Yeah, and then it takes 15 seconds to get back up to 15 stacks, and then it's 15% extra damage no matter what.
Right.
Um,
Okay.
so that's 15% right there. Then the two-piece Empress and the two-piece Hannah Yu is another 20% skill damage. So that's 35% skill damage that you basically match up with, you compare with the 50% damage that you're getting from the rigger, right? So 35 versus 50. Um, what I'm saying is that if all I'm focused on is keeping in sync and combined arms procced, which is like all I want to do, is and not have to like change targets on like add a third thing to that, then I think I'm gonna be doing more DPS than someone who's gonna be managing more things. It's an exercise in cognitive ability, cognitive
I get it. I understand what you're saying.
uptime.
I agree to an extent, and again, that's where the part where I disagree. Because being cognizant is also being aware of your situation beforehand, right? So
That's
you
right.
already know that you're going to have to do things in a certain way to get certain results. And I just find that um, that doing it in that style, because I don't have to worry about, the only thing I am worried about is the changing for the extra 10%, right? That's with the
Yeah.
rigor. I don't have to worry about that with the waveform. I don't have to worry about the tech support. I don't have to worry about and shooting with the capacitor. So I just feel with that cooldown of 15 seconds versus a switchover that lasts for 10 seconds, but it takes a millisecond to switch over. I think therein lies the bit of difference in DPS giving a drone a turret, or anything for that matter, but more specifically a
Yeah.
drone a turret. Um,
So drone and turret, I think from my perspective, I see your point, and I'm willing to concede that rigor would be a much better matchup against unlike an all gold with waveform build for drone and turret. But let's talk about other skills. Like what else would it be more optimal to use rigor than anything else? Because I can't think of anything right now.
you can use it with a chem, you can use it with a hive. I mean, you can use it with the EMP, you can use it with the fire start, or the not EMP, but the sticky bomb. Those all require some form of cooldown. That kinetic momentum, you'd have to wait anyway, right? And like,
Oh
let's
yeah,
just say the
kinetic
sticky.
momentum's not good for kinetic momentum's not good for those skills at all. I'd have
That's
to switch to glass cannon.
that's what I'm saying. So it's limiting what you can use and optimize kinetic momentum for, whereas rigor doesn't have that issue. The
Yeah.
cooldown is whatever the cooldown is on the skill, right? But once that skill's back up, we're getting 50% right off the bat. We're getting 50% right off the bat, and then we're also getting, if the waveform is on that, if you structure it that way, you're getting another 30%, which is 80%. And then once you tech, if your other skill is holding on to tech at the same time, you're getting another 25%. If your capacitator is up, you're getting your 64. It's all one big bang. One big bang.
40%.
You're
40% with capacitor.
40% with skill with weapon damage, 60% with skill damage.
No, it's only 40% for skill damage.
I'm pretty
Take a
sure
look
it's
again.
I'm pretty sure it's 60. Right, I did the math.
Oh
It's 7
shit, you're
point.
right.
Yeah, I
No,
know.
you're right. 60.
I'm right.
Damn. Oh, I thought it was 40. My
No,
bad.
it's 40 with the weapon
They changed
damage
that?
per. No, it's 40. Well, I know because I did the math. But it's
Yeah,
7.5
I can do
times
the math too.
6.
I had a
Shut up, you
brain goof.
cocksucker.
I said I had a brain fart. I'm telling you that you're right. You stupid bitch.
And this is what we do, and I love Brucey when we do these type of things. Yeah, so 40 for weapon at max with six tier with a 6 tier,
Yeah,
60% always. Otherwise, why use
I
it?
hear you.
Um, so I'm glad we're having this debate. Do you particularly have that build on right now that you're discussing about?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do. I want to match up with yours version with my version, if you don't mind. I'm going to put on
Sure.
drones. I usually use chem, but I like chem when it's in a group, just because there's more NPCs and the chem is more worth it. It's not worth it when it's just the two of us. So I kind of issue a little bit of a skill versus skill challenge, and just to see what I'm talking about versus what you're
Then
talking about.
we're gonna have to be comparing apples to apples though. We're gonna have to be comparing rigor drone and turret versus gold drone and turret, right? In order to keep
That's
it like it's fair.
that's true. Do you not want to do that? I can change my skill.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, cool. Apples to apples is correct. You took the words right out of my mouth, my man. Now this is the build I probably should have used when I did that with D, because he had another build, and I don't remember what it was, but it was like Empress blah blah blah, and I lost. And I thought that my road to power was good, but I forgot that just in skill damage alone, collectively, this build is way stronger than the road to power. The road to
Yeah.
power is supposed to be skill damage. It has all the perks with the artificer, but the fire damage can't compete with consecutive drone damage. It just can't. Even though it can do a
Yeah, and
widespread.
well, you're also missing out on DPS because you gotta have a kill in order to proc tech support. You need to keep killing in order to proc tech support. Whereas with
Right.
combined arms, all you have to do is spray somebody with a
Well,
fucking shotgun.
I did on that other build. I had combined arms with glass cannon, but I had only the artificer and the fire chem, and I was limited
Because
to
I'm giving
one
up.
one
Because I
attacking.
use the 612 shotgun with sync and combined arms, and I know that's only giving me 60% extra skill damage versus the 60 from the capacitator, and I think it's 30 from tech support or 20 from
20,
tech support.
25, 25.
25. Yeah, so that's 85. So that's 25% less. I just think it has better uptime. It's all about uptime for me,
So you
on
want to do it,
average.
or you want to do this here, or you want to do a mission?
It doesn't matter to me.
Well, we can go to Federal Bunker. You know that's where I like to go. Let us do Federal Bunker and let the trials begin. Plus, it's SMGs too,
Okay.
so it's a good spot. And just keep in mind, y'all, this is not like for gloating or I'm better than you. This is just all analytics and mixed in with personal preference and opinions of builds.
That's it.
Brucey is
That's it.
very
That's 100%.
intelligent in his builds. In
Yeah,
fact, he's
likewise. Likewise. Dark spends a lot of time digging through this stuff, and I always enjoy conversing with him about all
yes, Brett.
things all things tinkering.
Where'd you get a cookie from? Oh, okay. With your snotty nose. Yes, it's very cold. And you're still eating that with snot just running down your face, huh? Okay, very good. All right, guys, I'm trying to conduct a test, so I need to do this, okay? All right, thank you. Go wash your hands and take your shoes off, please. Okay, well, tell Zay Zay and Jaden, excuse me, I'm sorry, Brucey.
Yeah, you're good.
Do that in your room, guys. In the room.
Don't tell me what to do, Dark.
I won't. I'll just. All right, we'll go with your brother, big head. Anyway.
No.
Whatever. Then don't. All right, Brucey, let's get this started, my man.
Here, let's go.
All right. I don't know why you guys are standing here. I told you to go take your shoes off and go in your room and do all that, Jordan.
Oh, you gotta actually start it again.
Yeah, that would be helpful. I thought I did, but I was being distracted. And don't forget that they're gonna reanimate too, so.
Yeah, that's fine.
I really thought I did. Are we good?
We need to find out what happened to the team that went to try to repair the main shade.
I don't know why this was on hard.
The federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there, but proceed with caution.
Somebody behind us out here.
Yeah, I think it's some black husk that we picked up.
They're still there, but minor interference. There's two. I think they're gonna reanimate, or not.
No.
It's just those guys from above. That's what it is.
Yeah. They're gonna keep you from regenerating your armor.
Right.
I've got armor regen on this build. Okay.
So there's gotta be a problem. Get him in the room. I'm trying to do something. Jeez. And they're 18. They're gone. Jeez. Oops, excuse me, Brucey. Watch yourself, you got boogies on your left. Watch out, Brucey. Alright, I got it. Clear. I think.
Yeah, I just had a quick reanimated. I guess we're not in any rush, right?
No.
Not too much, because I saw something back here.
No rush at all.
Human remains detected.
Myself,
Identified as division agents.
You don't need anything, do
There's
you?
no way the
I mean, this is
outcast
SMGs.
taken out
Is
the
there
entire
anything?
squad in
No?
a fair fight.
Nah.
It's not possible.
Alright, which side are you taking? Right or left?
Right.
Alright, I'll take the left side. I usually go left anyway. You know what the interesting part about that is that for whatever reason the drone's not going over there. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's like it's stuck.
There we go.
Online computer detected.
Just had to throw the turret
Use
up
the
there.
computer to sync Isaac with their comm system. Hopefully we can get a 20 on our team.
Alright,
In any
reanimated.
shape to answer.
How are you still alive?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Go in there, drone. What are you waiting on? Really? Thank you. Oh, wait. Oh, I think I was there reanimating. The reanimation part throws me off.
Established.
Hello?
What do you think
hear
about
me?
the update? Do you feel like you can get
with the division.
things optimized? I feel like I can get some things optimized.
Yeah,
We
I
couldn't
ended
get
up
the node back online.
getting something
I
from
salvaged
like
some equipment that will get the
4.5%
White House
skill
node
damage
connected
to
to the national
8.5.
network. But before
Right.
I take it
Relatively
back,
quickly.
those crazy fucks showed up. You gotta get me out of here.
You staying up here? You going down there?
Nah, I'm going on here. You're using capacitor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just using a shotgun thing. I'm using a 612. Just
Oh.
got the.
Looks like we're clear. This one's gonna be a little tight because it's close quarters, so.
Yeah.
That bitch can't hide forever.
I'm totally fucked.
What's up? You alright?
An agent needs assistance.
Yeah, I'm fucked. That's two fucking body men.
Yeah, they're coming up behind us.
Rush me.
You didn't even make it though.
Help is on the way, Maya. Sit tight and just try to stay calm.
We're using just a regular shotgun?
Shotgun with instinct. 612 with instinct.
Gotcha. I already did that, so I don't need anything there.
Serious trauma.
Yeah, because that's where I wanted to put that.
Gotta put out the flames. I don't know if Maya has any fireproof gear.
Clear.
Yeah.
I can't open it. It's
Yeah,
no, it's not refreshed, I guess. You don't have to use it if you don't
maybe
want
not
to.
for you.
Oh, okay.
No, not for you.
Nah, not for me. It's never for me.
Never for me. Not for you.
Not for you. All for you.
I have to move. Someone's trying to break in.
Subsequently, I do have in sync on a shotgun. I just use the capacitor more, obviously.
Yeah. I like using the capacitator when it's like when I know that I've got hard targets that I can build the stacks up really quickly, but I don't like doing the nickel and dime on reds and purples. Just don't think it's efficient.
I typically don't. I usually just shoot them if I can, but you know, it's whatever. You know, there'll be those same reds that'll be all on top of you.
I'm safe for now, but I don't think they're gonna stop coming after me. I don't know what I did to make them so mad.
I'll manage
You
the
have
left.
to stop them. They're coming.
Coming on your right. I didn't realize I didn't have my goddamn drone on. That was quick. That was quick. I had not done a front. Are we clear?
Yeah.
No, we got one more.
Oh, we got
Shoot me.
reanimated.
If you hadn't have shown up when you did, I'll get back as soon as the escort team arrives.
Mission's done, though.
The equipment Maya recovered. You can restore the
sure.
shared network across the entire country.
What's up, Pat?
And I'll send a team to assist Maya.
It
Retrieve
went
the
over
phone for a proper
better than I
burial.
thought it would. And the big reveal. Nice going, Brucey. Nice going.
Let's see.
You did 100. You did a lot more kills than I did. I don't know if it was due to
Oh,
the
wow.
shotgun or what, but you did a lot more kills than I did. I mean, it was turn versus turn. I mean, we're both working the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm just trying to think of what it could be.
Yeah, you generated a lot more kills than I did, which is interesting. I have no idea. Your drone hits harder than mine, but as far as base damage, but not by a whole significant.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know, I did this, to me, just sort of shows that automatic damage is, in this instance, just a little bit better than the, you know, having a proc, all that stuff in mana. It just, I don't know, it just takes so much effort to manage all of those different things that you have to do from a rotational perspective that you sometimes just forget. And I don't like that. I just want to eliminate that from my rotation completely.
Understood. Sheesh. I figured if one of us was going to beat the other, it wouldn't be that great, but the kills is what gets me. Like, I thought I was really killing. but it didn't appear that way, which is very strange to me, you know. But hey, congratulations.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I need to recalibrate. I mean, originally this build had damage to armor on it, and it didn't have the waveform. But I don't know. Maybe I have to run it again to really. But then again, if I was to win, then it'd be like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. So you gotta take it what it is, y'all. That's the thing. You gotta take it. You're not always gonna win with it, and figure it out. What did I do differently, or what could I have done differently in this particular build?
That's it.
But the truth is really nothing, because everything's maximized except for the skill damage on the waveform, and that's really it. That's the bottom line. That's really it. So it's not to say that his
Besides the
build.
boat, it's the motion in the ocean.
Right. Oh well. It is what it is. How about that one? You know, I don't mind.
Right, I'll take
mind losing. I don't mind losing to that. So, but there you have it. The difference in opinion and emphasis. Not to knock that my build isn't any less than his, but you know, it's just he's right. I do have to be more cognizant of putting the targets on the drones and letting them do their thing, versus it
And make
being,
sure you're at 40 capacitor stacks, which isn't easy sometimes.
Actually, it in my opinion, I thought it was actually pretty easy, because once I hit it on both of them, I don't have to worry about it, because it's that 10 seconds and they just do what they do. And I'm shooting. Most of the time I was shooting. I wasn't even paying attention to the drones. You know, except for when there was an NPC near me that I just concentrated the fire on that NPC. So, but yeah, that's it, man. So, folks, there you go. Brucey the Tinker and myself. And we just did a little run. Brucey won fair and square. And I'll see if I can either tweak this or keep it running. But to be honest with you, I like it the way it is. If I had the oxidizer, it may have been different, but to do a fair analysis, we had to do skill for skill. So perhaps next time. All right then, guys. Brucey, I appreciate you coming out. I mean, you
No problem,
obviously
buddy.
don't have to leave, but I'm going to be ending the broadcast.